So which leads to the conundrum of how do we push our kids to their potential, or shelter from monitor and shelter them.
Yeah.
In this fucking area.
Yeah, that's a heavy combo right there.
That's very, very difficult because at the end of the day, nothing is monitored like it's supposed to. Like even sometimes on YouTube Kids, you be like, oh, what they say? What's that about?
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying, but
what?
it's passed through guidelines because it's kid friendly.
Right.
But what is kid friendly? Like that Netflix joint with all the little girls that was doing the wild crazy.
They pulled that shit. Yeah,
they know what I'm saying? But they ain't seen nothing wrong with that. But they spelled whatever.
Right.
Anyway, how do you balance that? You know what I'm saying? Because to me personally, it's like you can do the best you can possibly do with your children and make them who you want them to be, but you can't control all their interactions on a daily basis. The only thing you can do is instill them the way that you want them to go. Show them the path, and it's up to them whether they want to walk it or not.
Yeah, I feel you. I think when we talk about that, about, you know, pushing kids to meet their potential, you know what I mean, versus shielding them and shit from the world, and you kind of like handpicking what they got access to, I think that is the number one hardest, most difficult to overcome obstacle as a parent right now. Because it's like the world is fucked right now, bro. Internet has gone crazy. When we grew up and shit, internet was, you know what I mean, kind of getting, you know what I mean, it was in its infancy stage and shit. So it was different. Now, this access we talk about on multiple eps. If you haven't seen the Tiny Tim ep that we did to start the season, we talk about access a lot on that episode. This access that these kids have to shit that we can't monitor 24/7. And it's like you can't pull their access. They're gonna run into these things in the world if they're living a life and they not wild shackled up. You know what I mean? So it's like it's the hardest balance, the hardest give and take to be able to like, yo, I want to let my 10, 12, 13-year-old kid go live his life, but I also got to be wild involved daily. How was your day? What type of shit you got into? Boom, 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 bop, bop, bop. Now, okay, you did that. All right, let's dig into that a little bit deeper. And now it's like I'm having a daily, and it's cool. You should be having daily conversations with your kids, but the fact that you got to be daily molding and also letting them know the expectations of what you want them to achieve for and how to achieve it, yo, I think it's so much harder. Our generation has it 10 times harder to parent than our parents did. It's hands down, without a doubt. Shout out to mom, shout out to pops. However, our shit is harder out here in these streets. Sheesh.
Before we wrap it up, on another note, your kids got COVID. Don't send them to school.
God damn. Don't do it.
That should be simple, right?
It should be.
Should be, right?
It should be.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Dukes back in the day didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no. To get your ass out of the house. That's how it was back in the day. Yo, but COVID wasn't around back then.
Take your ass to school.
They go pulling the thermometer, putting at the light. Mom, I got 119 fever.
Take about 50 million aspirins and then dive in the fucking Lake Minnesota.
Right.
Right. So yeah, the report out the short little parent, kid had COVID. They knew the kid had COVID.
Right.
Sent them to the school for like skino. Found out Shelly COVID. Now, old school wild
fucked
monkey,
up.
Yo.
Wild fucked up.
I feel like that's wild negligence.
Wild negligence, especially because the kid had a sibling. You know what I mean? The one kid gets it. Doctor's like, yo, quarantine. Parents like, oh yeah, cool. Get them fuck out of there. Go to school. Since both kids at school, whole school get wild fucked up. That whole school now quarantined during Thanksgiving break. And y'all know what I said at the beginning of that? I know I was about to quote the Biggie shit. Somebody I might not kill you over it, but you got to see me now, parents. Like, yo, so you telling me you knew these little motherfuckers were sick? And now you got her sick in my house. Now my wife's sick. And now motherfuckers I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you. Coming to see you.
PMA out.
Bitch.
talking the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.